Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on this beautiful Sunday night for the weekly candle close. I forgot what day it was, I'll be honest. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Look at that money pouring into cryptocurrency. It is out of control. It is flying. It's a Sunday night. The gates have opened. The Asian markets have begun to buy, right? 8 p.m. tonight, they open at 8 a.m. Ready to rock your socks off. Let's get it in. Let's look at Bitcoin and break it down like we do every single day. We're going to give you a local idea. Then we're going to break down the weekly like we do for the weekly candle close. If you're in my trading group this morning, all right, it's been an insane Sunday. There's been a lot of movement for a Sunday. Is it Sunday? There's been so much volatility. I can't believe it is a Sunday. It is Sunday, August 27th. I had to check because, wow. So let's take a look at what happened. I talked about this possibly being in a diamond. If you were with me last night, I showed you this falling wedge. I went back and forth on being, short or long. I finally called a long at the last second. If you remember, I said I'm going long. I even opened up a long, okay? And we went long out of this falling wedge. I said falling wedges break up 68% of the time. I shrunk this down into the diamond, said diamonds break in. Diamond should break back up to the upside. And we got the breakout, right? Then I kind of readjusted here in the morning. And in the morning, we saw the big pump to the upside here, and then we saw this flag, and I put out the 15-minute on the live stream today, if you remember, and I even put out a call to my trading group. If you're in my trading group, I start the morning every single day on Bitcoin. Like, it's my baby. It's my sauce. Like, it's, and my whole trading group is like a flip book. Look, 7:40 a.m. gratitude. I looked at my trade that I'd opened the night before, up 8%, right? 15-minute may get lit here. I could see the Stokes were curving. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. This was curving. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You were above a point of control. Tight moving averages. You were above the 200 SMA. You had a 50-day crossing. The 200 SMA, that's a golden cross on the 15-minute. It's not huge on the bigger time frames, but for that moment in time, it tells you there's some bullish sentiment, okay? And boom, what happened there? So right off the bat, had you woken up with me this morning, you would have been in the trade from last night. And then had you missed the trade, I'd give you a secondary entry into the move, all right? Then I saw this as a cup and handle to the upside, measured move, taking us to 26,145. I decided that was the trade right there. Entry was right about there. Stop loss was there. We looked at this at the end of the live stream, okay? It had entry, stop loss, and take profit all set up there for you as well. Boom. Next thing you know, I looked up. The trade would absolutely explode to the upside. This is why I trade cup and handles. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Yes! Woo! And it's the most explosive pattern of the game. Can you feel the passion? Can you feel the love? That's why they call me Samuel Cup and Handle, Sammy Cup and Handy. I use the cup and handle. I talk about the cup and handle. I probably say the word cup and handle more than any trader in the whole world. There might be another trader out there. There's like a duality of me, the cup and handle guy, and he's out in like Turkey somewhere or some other country. I don't know. But I put this out to my trading group. You can see the entry, the stop loss, the take profit. It went past the take profit to the upside. I was able to close the trade beautifully, and target was acquired. Boom, boom, boom. Jets nailed it, and we closed the long at 34% for 66x leverage. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. Today, while I was in Boston waiting to eat at a diner, ex-Chicago Mayor Lightfoot walked by me. She was like, it was a quiet street, some Harvard Street, somewhat busy, but I'm sitting there outside a park. My kids are playing. That's right next to the diner. My wife says, "Isn't that Lightfoot?" And I look up, and it really was Lori Lightfoot. I saw her face to face. It was crazy. It was pretty weird. Anyway, I then saw this flag. 7-minute looked like we could get another push to the upside out of the flag. My green box is where I believe we could end up. Remember, I make my green box on the live stream in the morning. And then, boom, we would get another push to the upside out of the flag. And I was pointing this out. Had you traded just the stochastics, okay? Like, if you traded just stochastics, this low one right here, we got a pump to the upside. This low one right here, pump to the upside. And this low one right here, pump to the upside. 1 scalp, 2 scalp, 3 scalp. And the 7-minute was even better with it. The 7-minute, 1 scalp, 2 scalp, 3 scalp on the 7-minute time frame. And I was just pointing this out today, and you can see this one was 0.43%. This is 0.23. This is 0.36. We even just got another one there to the upside. At 10x leverage, you're at 3.6%, right? What I was doing there with 60x, you times 3.6 times 6, you're talking an 18, 20% gain. You know, this one is 0.43. That's 4% at 10x leverage, right? At what I was doing at 6, you're talking, right, 24%, almost 40. I actually got 40% out of that move, but I was in earlier too, so it was the entire move here from back here at the beginning of the move. You know, yeah, 7 times 4. Yeah, it makes more sense. So the 8 times 4, 32, and then a little more gas. But the point is, this was all trading the 7-minute stochastics today. I'm just pointing this out. I love the 7-minute. It is my go-to. It is my go-to. All right. We're going to break down Bitcoin. I know it looks messy. If you're new to my channel, don't worry. We're going to make it look nice and clear, look like this. Take away the moving averages and just keep it real for you. So let's break down exactly what happened again. Then I'm going to show you what my indicators say is likely going to happen into tomorrow. And yeah, and we're going to talk about it together and break it down. So right off the bat, this was a falling wedge on the 1 hour last night. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. It was in a bit of a flag. Looked like you could break on out. It did. It got the breakout. However, we got right to a resistance, a local resistance, and that's where people took profits, and we didn't really have the gas to get us going. One thing that I am showing is if you bring in a lot of price action, which is here, you see this gap in what's called the VRVP. This indicator is the VRVP. If you go here to indicators and type in VRVP, it'll come up, not VRRV, just even VR, visible range volume profile. Click on that. It'll show up. Right click it. When you see it, this input will be at 24, like this. It'll be really big and chunky, but you want it to be more separated. You want 24 bars to be turned into 240 bars. Very simple idea, right? Like, see how this, if you counter these, it's 24 bars. But I just slap a 0 here, hit OK, and now it just gives me a more definitive, you know, more high resolution, you could say, right? You can see more pixels. And so what we want to do is we want to stay above this red line here, which is the point of control. If we can stay above it, we're likely to head to this high volume node to 26,451. That's how liquidity works on the VRVP. Call these order blocks, call these whatever you want, call this a fair value gap. You can call these whatever you like. To me, it's simple, a visual. We get from here to here, spot to spot, we get through the zone, all right? Now, the 1 hour is very oversold again, and it could have reset worse, and somehow it has respected the previous resistance areas and the point of control, specifically the point of control, like exactly the red line has been bouncing. So people have been playing longs off this POC, okay? We have a lack of bearish momentum here on the MACD, and so I see what's called a symmetrical triangle here on the 15. Let's just make it a little cleaner. And let's get off this hallway music here. Bring up the music a little bit. All right. So, I mean, I'll be honest, this has some descending triangle vibes, which is a bearish signal to me. Kind of descender. Yeah, you could try to fake it into a falling wedge here. On the 7, I kind of had it in a symmetrical, but I feel like that was like when we had it here. It's already broken that, right? This has descending triangle vibes, everybody. And I'm telling you right now, descending triangles break down 95% of the time. The base of the back here. Not guaranteeing it, you know, and a lot of times a descending triangle can become a falling wedge. You'll come down here and you'll bounce or something like this, and that could happen, you know. I did draw the other one on my phone when I was posting it previously, you know. Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Yes. Sorry. Sorry, I don't want to scare you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer. Someone said mildly irritating is an understatement. You know what it is, though? I think you'll always remember it. And so it's better off being remembered. You know what I mean? Silverback Sammy. Shout out to my man David Roy in the house. I almost made it that. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. My man. Shout out to everybody. Way to go, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Mildly irritating is an understatement. Yo, shout out to this guy, Demolitica. You're funny, man. We love you. How does it feel to be back home in the studio? It feels great, man. It's just what you do for 10 minutes while we were waiting. Not going to lie, that's my favorite part of the week. Lungs are pretty strong too, man. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. My mom said that guy's got lungs. I never thought people's moms are watching me, you know what I mean? Shout out to Mrs. Burke, man. We love you. Shout out to Burke's mom. I'm annoying my girl with stuff like that too, you know. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. Lot more crypto, my man. Shout out to MF Crypto. Shout out to Love Learning. We love you, Love Learning. God bless you. Sir Sound. Wait, maybe I read the wrong super chat, Burke. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, Crypto Bear Baker said my mom said that guy's got lungs. Sorry, GF Burke. I thought it was you when I saw your name, I thought that, yeah, please don't be offended. Yeah. Can I be out of the doghouse now? My girl walked in, was like, what a, my wife loves when you do that. So some people, all right, here it is, right? I'm going to have to horribly ask, who loves it? Put a 1 if you love it. I can't believe I'm doing this because I'm put a 1 if you love that I do it. Put a 2 if you hate it. Oh my God. Put a 1 if you like it. Put a 2 if you just think it's absolutely absurd. All right, we got so many more 1s already coming in, yo. All right, it's a 1 fest, man. It stays, bro. Crypto Billy. Yo, so many 1s. A couple 2s. Seems just to be the 1s are overtaking the 2s, though. A couple 4s, I don't know what that means. Brandon K has exclusively said he don't like it, but he's the main one doing. Zune. I'm not going to do what I did last time. I'm calling you Zune. That's it. All right. Predominantly more 1s than 2s. I have to, you know. Okay, we'll do the poll, though. We'll start a poll. All right. Do you like when I do the weekly close and hold it for a long time? Ask the community. All right. This is hard for me to do because I don't want to know the truth sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, mostly I should want to know the truth. I mean, but you know what I mean? Crypto Billy, the best. Sam is awesome. Lifers won. Shout out to my man BIMEX. You know what it is? I just want to be different, man. Like no one does that, right? Who else does that? What other channel does that? Name a channel that does that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sounds like you're now. I get a kick. Always remember the weekly candle close of you. Every time I see charts coming at the end of the week, the month, your voice pops in my head. And we got a monthly close coming up this week too. Shout out to Rin10 in the house. Shout out to Kudala. Shout out to David Roy, Crypto Bellico, PS5, Future of Gaming, my man. 2S will be banned now. You're fine. I'm a weekly candle close fiend. Trademark. I know, right? So let's break it down. Let's talk about it. We all know that we got to get back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. Okay, period. One thing that's good, though, is we closed a candle with a big wick. All right? Now, I know what you thought I just said, but it's not what I said, all right? You thought I said a big... Don't go there over there. Hey, next time I tell you, hey, you talk to... Hey, listen. You come in here, yeah, you act like a gentleman in the restaurant, huh? I'll take you out back, give you a... Hey, listen to me over here. I've been in New York for 25 years over here, all right? I throw you in the East River with a weak quiver. Look, check. So there's 2 wicks to the upside here on the weekly close. Let's take a look at the weekly close. If you know me, we calm down. And every single Sunday night here, we get off of this corny music that's getting on my nerves. And we look at the candle. Let's break it down. The open, the high, low, and the close. The candle opened at $26,188.70. The high was $26,813.90. The low would be $25,350 even. And the candle would close at $26,101.40, down 87.4 cents, or in 40 cents, down $87.40 on the week. So the entire week, okay? The entire week, the candle would go down $87.40. The entire week. So for the entire week, all right? You're a good man, Sammy. Thanks for being a leader. God bless Life Force Unleashed. Shout out to Chaos Trading. Shout out to Law of Learning. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Shout out to Dan T. Shout out to D-Gen Tolman. Shout out to GF Burke. Easy to trademark, I found. The 50 MA on the Bitcoin Weekly is below price, yet daily is above any analysis. I don't really look at EMAs much, so I wouldn't be able to tell you as much, you know. Is your name the same as the 99? Crypto Billy. I believe it is. It's good for your lungs when you do that, and over time, you'll get even longer. Love you, Lifer. Shout out to Lost Toan. I love you, brother. Shout out to the team. Shout out to After Hours Investing. I love you, brother. One of the coolest people in the game. You got such a, I don't know, something about your vibe, man. Can't wait to meet you one day. Something, either you're too cool for school or you're that real. There's something cool. There's something about your vibe, man. I like your style, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're having a good night and everything's going well with you and yours, man. May God bless you. So these 2 wicks to the upside tell a story. The last time we had 2 wicks to the upside on the weekly, we got a nice move to the upside. It is 2 red candles, though. You know, but look, we had 2 red candles here. It did begin the move back to the upside here. And whenever we just get 2 wicks of that size, those are big wicks on the weekly. It tells me that we could get a move back to the upside. All right. We're getting oversold on the weekly as well. Chance the weekly gets a bounce. Did the weekly close lower? It did not. It has support right here at 25,897. Let's break that down. Let's talk about it. Weekly support sits at 25,900. All right. We can actually see exactly where this candle closed and opened. This candle closed. This candle opened at, 25,925. All right. Because my line will be somewhere on it, but it may not be exact. But 25,925 is going to be our weekly support. All right. We bounced. We still have yet. If we close a weekly candle below, that's when I'm going to be like, all right, we're likely going to drop to this level at 24,268. All right. And if we break 24,268, we're going to come and tussle with this zone here at about 21.8. All right. And those are your three. Those are weekly areas. That's it. You don't really have to, don't reinvent the wheel here. All right. And if you want to be real cool with your family and friends and you want to be like, I'm the man, go to price note, slap a price note here, hit control. All right. Now maybe you can do 2 at once. Hit control again. Look at that. I doubled up. And then drag this one down. Unlock these. And then drag this one down. And bang. I mean, you're set, right? With labels. Nice price labels of where you may want to be jumping on in. So these are areas where I would be setting limit orders just on the weekly. If we lose this level, 24.2. If we lose that level, 21.8 or 21.9. If we lose that level, 19K. You know what I mean? A little stopover possibly here at 20,900, right? And we've gone over this before, but I don't mind doing it. And I also have these written on the USD chart on Coinbase as well, right? Anybody know what's up with Maggie C? We're just not gonna, we're not gonna mention anything about it. Honestly, like may God bless everybody involved, love everywhere, and you know what I mean? I believe everything will come the way it's supposed to come, and I know there's a lot of people asking a lot of questions. I get it. I'm 100% with you, but we're just gonna leave it there, man. We don't know, and we got the charts, and we got to stay focused and disciplined, and that's just the key to survival here. But God bless you, brother. Literally just watched the movie The Big Short. I love that movie, man. It's a great movie. So this is the deal. Then we have resistance at 28,000 and about here too at about 30,600. So these are the areas that the weekly has some trouble, right? And even right there in the middle there at 29,270, 29,300. Oh yeah, remember that 30,300 area too and 29,300. But so these are key levels on the weekly that we have to pay attention to, period. All right, everybody. And that's where the weekly, and to me, it was somewhat bullish because we closed with the big wicks, with a big old wick to the upside. You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you think Coinbase will add futures? I think very soon. I thought they came out and said that they are going to. Probably by October at the very latest. Okay. So this is the weekly. Also, look, we're still technically in a gap in the VRVP. We got rejected by this node, So technically you would come down and venture to 23,000, really. Usually when you lose a node, you're going to find the next node. Next node gives you 23,156, just, this choppy area. Did you say my name? Shout out to Big Wick Energy in the house, man. Big Longhorn Wick. You're so silly, man. I love y'all. I've mapped out 17, 18K as worst case scenario. Probably, yeah. You never know, though. Halfway through Trading in the Zone. Want to thank Lifer for the recommendation. Everybody, please, Trading in the Zone. And you can get copies of it on YouTube and listen to it on audio. It's amazing. It'll blow your mind. Let's take a look at that Crypto Fear and Greed Index today, hitting at 39, up from 37, 38 area. Telling us that it's getting, a little, the value isn't as good anymore. So I like to get down into these low values. This is where the best value is. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mark Dutch. Andy, Big Consensus, sent me here. Shout out to Andy. He's the man. What a good person. May God bless Andy over there at Big Consensus. Great to have him on the channel. Great to have good energy and good people around. And, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 39. I'm telling you right now, buying Bitcoin down in these areas really was the best things I've ever done for my life. Can you look at BLZ, please? Just entered a short. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Sniper Paul. I hope you're sniping it up. We'll take a look at BLZ for you. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Shout out to the 434 people on the live, 146 likes, $8 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Super excited to have you all here. All right. And remember, where are we trading? Where am I trading? Where does Sam trade? I don't even know anymore. I like to trade on MEXC, baby. MEXC is the place to trade. All right. Why? Zero fees, fast action. They do maintenance, but they do maintenance to keep up with the constant action. All right. They get access to coins nobody else has, faster than everybody else. Super amazing. Super awesome. I would check out MEXC today, like immediately, right? So MEXC is my number one spot to go. Here's the link to my trading group. And remember, today, you would have had that setup for Bitcoin 7, 8 in the morning, right, that I'm looking at. Now, I did do a YouTube live stream, but you don't get that every single day. Those live streams only go, right, to the Discord every single morning. You're getting that live stream. So do you like when I do the weekly close and hold it for a long time? 72% to 28%. The people have spoken, but keep the poll going and let us know. But you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Either you have that much respect not to upset me, and because you're like, you know what, just don't piss him off. Just let him do his TA. we like his calls on Bitcoin. Just don't tell him the truth. So either that's the case, which is fine, or you actually all love it, regardless. I love that you can laugh with me. I feel a free energy tonight. I feel an amazingness tonight. I feel we're at the beginning of something special. August 27th, 2023. You know, And September will begin entering that fall season, coming around the bend here. The low volume summer is coming to an end. If you stuck through the whole summer with me and you still made gains and you still found ways, then you were like me. You were a survivor of the markets. And honestly, you're ready for everything. Like, you are well seasoned. Okay? You are well seasoned like a piece of fish that's well seasoned. I mean, it would have to be well seasoned, you know, for you to be. I'm not calling you a fish. It doesn't sound right. That was a fail. I'm not calling my subscribers pieces of fishes. Fishes, pieces of fish. Talk to me about GRT when possible. Life or TA. Shout out to Johnny Tavares. God bless you, Johnny. We love you. Stack McChange in the house, still standing in the paint. You're the man, Sammy. Looking forward to the bull run by your side. I'm a fish. All thanks to you, Sammy. Shout out to John Aborson. Crypto Billy, man. Don't because of the discount from Gray's G, my man. All right, but let's get back to brass tacks here for Bitcoin. So what I see happening for BTC, all right, we're going to begin to zoom in and get closer and closer to the action here. The 3-day chart. And again, remember, we must get back above the 200 SMA. The fact that the moving averages are starting to get close and tight is a pretty good sign. I've studied this for years and backtested this. I would see this continue, this come down, this come, kind of do this do the same. And then, like, price action should kind of follow through. To me, it looks like we're going to make some type of fallen wedge here. Bounce off that 200 and make a move to the upside, you know? And what would be cool is the 2-week would have time to reset. The 2 weeks, you know, we would, you know, but we're getting, you know, but we would slowly reset. And also, let me just take away my scribblings. This is interesting. Just bear with me here for a second. The 2-week would make this falling wedge like so. Okay. If this is impulse here, right? Or even this is impulse. No, I like this is, yeah, if this is impulse, we would come and wick to the 786 fib right around here, right? You could be crazy and bring it from this wick, and then you got even, that's even, to me, it makes even more sense. Up, down, 2-week completely resets, oversold, blast off to the upside. You make contact with the 21 SMA, you fall through, all right? And this shows that it could get a blast to the upside. If anyone wants to join MEXC, link in the description and right here. We make it so simple. It's right here in the comment, pinned comment, just like it is up here on the poll. Let's take a look at the poll here. 73%, and we have 236 votes of the 427 people. Let's get 200 more votes here. Please hit the votes. Engage. Have fun engaging with the channel, okay? Lifer, think about when these ETF decisions could be made. September is the start of a new quarter. September could be huge for a change. Is that a punch of master friend strategy? Combo is priceless. That's what I'm saying, man. Well, I mean, I've always been trading between the 618 and the 786, you know, for a long time. I added the 706 because I found it was even kind of, we used to hit that. He just realized over and over again, he loves that 786 over and over again. But what he did is he solidified, what I like is he took a strategy and solidified things that I knew too. And it's, and I don't want to like say he's the man at the 786. Like, that's like boom, boom, boom. And honestly, when I see someone who dedicates themselves to a consistency, that's what I appreciate. Like, that's the people, because I'm a consistent person who has, you know, seen the repetition pay off over time. And when I see someone make that dedicated move to trading, I know they're gonna be successful, because that's what success is the focus, the discipline, the consistency, and the dedication. You know. So just put this in your idea box, and don't be crazy if you do see us hit a low somewhere here at 21.8, 23. Beautiful retracement on that 7.8. It doesn't mean we have to do it. I'm just pointing it out. There's a possibility here, and it would still be somewhat of a bullish idea. So moving forward, 3-day chart. Okay. In my mind, like I've been saying, there's a chance we could still be making something like this and consolidating. All right, chance we haven't, you know, and we could get a bounce back to the top of the channel here. We're getting very oversold in the 3-day. We have falling price with falling volume, And what I keep pointing out, which, you know, I have to, it, you know, is substantial to me, and it's on the 3-day chart, is we're getting a movement down on the RSI here, right? If you look at just the RSI, it's definitely moving to the downside nicely. But price action is moving, and that's hidden bullish divergence. Tells you that you'll make a high higher than the high inside of the divergence. Unless we make a low lower than here, and if we do and we break that low, then it will negate. So if we fall through here and negate to 24,002, it'll be a wrap, right? It will be over. But for now, as a trader of divergences, that is called hidden bullish, and I've been mentioning it every day. Who here has heard me say that's hidden bullish before? Who has heard me say it but probably didn't remember it, and they're happy I'm doing it again? Say again or say I heard it before. Let me know. I like to interact with the chat. That's my thing. Crypto Billy with the up arrow. I see you, Crypto Billy. I see you. Okay. Crypto Billy raised his hand. Crypto Billy, come up to the front of the class. What do you want to tell everybody, Crypto Billy? I hear George gonna go up. Lifer live chat. My man, always hear it. 3-hour time frame has no nice divergence. Heard it before. I love it. Again. Before. I love y'all. Paying attention. No passing notes. Use control on mining. They do not have to be the first ETF to be approved. Any token on ETH also gets positive momentum on the ETH ETF is approved. Don't pass notes. That was funny, right? Bring the note up to the class. Let me see that note. You know, you're like, let me see it. Be like, bring it up. Be like, all right. Be like, I'm on the lookout for passionate social media intern to join us to be an integral part of our community. We got somebody, but you know, you never know. Rune is popping. Someone wanted Rune. Bitcoin to kiss 24-25 zone before we get lower levels. All possibilities. And we'll load up Bookmap and take a look. All right, we're going to keep moving forward here. So this is another chance here on the 3-day chart that's showing signs of bullishness. The daily also kind of, you know, getting a little oversold. MACD showing lack of bearish momentum, wanting to get across. And, you know, we're kind of sloop. We could make the double bottom, but then be on our way. And the RSI hasn't been this low in a long time. We're talking the last time we hit a low this far was here. And if you can believe it, it was the pandemic low. Is that insane? But look, I'm showing you. There's the red. Look, and we can double click and show you this. We'll put a blue line here. Double click the RSI. And look, I mean, when's the last time we were as low as we were here? You can see the dip before the pandemic, the actual bottom there, and then the pandemic low. I mean, so to me, that screams buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can right now, because something's brewing. Now, bit of an M that could drop. Shoulder, head, and shoulder we talked about with a measured move to the downside. So, like, I'm open-minded. Like, I'm setting orders for Bitcoin at these lower levels. You know what I mean? Because you just never know. You never know. Very lucky and blessed. In America, supermarkets and convenience stores always have Bitcoin ATMs next to the fiat. Even Coinstars now let you exchange BTC. Yeah, I remember when Coinstars, like 2.5-3 years ago, Coinstars started running around. You could get crypto back, you know? Everyone, we have 431 likes, 431 people on the live, 177 likes. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. This is 979 episodes in 21 episodes. 3 weeks from now. Then it would be like September 19th or something. We will be on show number 1000, everyone. All right? I've been live streaming since February of 2021. All right? Think about it. The whole year of 2022, most of 2021, and soon it will be the entirety of 2023. God willing, please, dear Lord, that I make it every single day to the channel, to do the show, to do what we do, to hit it hard, to make the mark, to change the world, to put us the energy, to be positive, to hit the mic, to bug out, you know. But if we close over 29.3 on the monthly close, liquidations alone could push us to 29.3. Yeah, the 29.3 is a huge level, B Guardian. It's funny that you said that, because that was a key level that I was watching on the weekly. I felt if we could hold it we were going to get a push up before we got the drop. You know, once we lost it, I knew there was some trouble. The daily has strong hidden bullish divergence. This tells us that we're likely to get a move to continue to the upside. Swing up to swing up while this swings down. I'm telling you right now, that is a screaming indication that we will make a high above the high inside of the divergence. Again, I can't guarantee this. There's no guarantees of it. But there's just a high likelihood, unless we break here and we make the low, it'll negate it. And then I'll have to say there's no more, divergence anymore. So let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. All right. So look, the 4-hour wants to dump on your face right now to the downside. Look at that. Curving down. And to me, you're in a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Complex head and shoulder right here for sure. So if you just play this the way we're supposed to play it, we're supposed to short this. All right. Tonight. And I mean, it's got a shoulder, a head, a shoulder, 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 right? Measured move to the downside. And we scalped it today, and now look, it's getting, So that's bearish to me, number one, right off the bat. The head and shoulder pattern that could take us right down to 25,238, okay? Right off the bat. We got some support here. We got major resistance we can't get above at 26,200. And we have a local resistance that we just got rejected from here at 26,125 right there. See that? On the 4-hour. 4-hour is just about to start to dump pretty hard. Look at that. It's getting a bearish cross. It lost the point of control. It wants to dump on you. Okay. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Same thing. 1 hour just lost the point of control. We had to stay above it. If you remember on my other chart, it was a descending triangle. They break to the downside. Did I delete it? But look, we had this drawn just a second ago, if you remember, and I'm like, man, these break down hard, right? And there you have it. If you just play these charts the way they're supposed to be played, now the 1 hour is suggesting you could get a bounce on out. So it makes me weary, but the 4-hour suggests you could just keep getting a drop. So you have two choices. The first choice is to wait out the 1 hour. Now the cool thing is you lost the point of control here. So the smart thing is to open up the short, period. And just play the short on the 4-hour time frame, honestly. And play this head and shoulder pattern to the downside. Stop loss right above here. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. Right? But this is the most likely scenario. You've lost the point of control. Okay? Stop loss there, a move to the downside. All right? And there you go. And we even, the smaller time frames confirm it. I don't like where the 1 hour stands and the 15-minute. They suggest probably a bounce on up first. All right? But descending triangle to the downside, and then what they do is they make falling wedges. Once a descending triangle falls over, it makes a falling wedge, all right? Understand that. That's your next kind of concept to understand. If the falling wedge continues to the downside, your measured move is the base of the falling wedge. And if a falling wedge breaks down, it'll fall pretty straight down too. They normally break back to the upside. Here you have that cup and handle we were talking about earlier today, right? But the 4-hour is just not in your favor. The 22-hour also getting overbought, right? So, some mixed signals because we did see that reversal diamond. Like, look, this looks like a reversal diamond to me. I got diamond vibes from this for sure, Even if you want to just omit some of the wickage, but I get diamond vibes from this. I don't mean to confuse you, like, well, lifer, but my thing is this: the 4-hour looks horrible, and it's the stronger of the time frames because it's the bigger one. So we gotta heed the 4-hour the most. Period. We also lost the point of control. Once we get above it, you could close the short, you know what I mean? But as long as we stay below that, you're right until you're not. You get it? That's why, But I wouldn't open the short personally until we can get maybe the 1 hour to reset. Because like the 7 minutes oversold now. You should likely get a bounce up here. Then we could probably get into the short somewhere in this area. Boom. It will lower the risk, give us a better stop loss. So I'd wait, but the 4 hour does look to me like we're going to the downside. All right. I have to just, and I could be wrong. All right. I've been right for the last 4 or 5 days straight. I made one boo-boo about a week ago, but I've been nailing it ever since. I've been hitting all my BTC trades. Man found his voice, his destiny, what he was created to do. People live a full life and don't find that. A blessing directly from God. It's infectious. Giver's gain. Yo, I truly believe that, Crypto Billy, man. Short-term scalp, short-term long, swing trade long. It's confusing because it's mostly basic way to trade. The market makers build these patterns on multiple time frames. Learn market structure. Tomorrow is false. Move Monday too. I disagree with you, but whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? Boom. So here's the deal. I know people that play market structure too, but then they'll miss a simple move. So I've played trades many ways, and I found just building a brick house one step at a time will get you to the mansion, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, to me, the 4 hour is bearish. I'd wait on the 1 hour to come back to the upside or to roll over. So wait for the 1 hour to come over a little bit, hit the top of the channel, get rejected that second time, and then it's likely that we continue to dump. All right. But the trade's right here. Stop loss, entry, take profit. As long as we stay below the point of control, no reason not to be short, And we're making there's a low, there's a lower high. You're likely to make a lower low. You're in a downtrend. High, there's your high, there's your low, lower high, lower low. So there you have it. I'm more bearish than bullish unless Bitcoin can get back above this resistance right here at 26,250. If it flips 26,250, we can long it. You know what I mean? I might scalp something quickly, but and this point of control is so important at 26,050 that we get back above it. So 1 hour comes back up, short it the 4 hour to the downside, and take this puppy down. Again, most volatile night of the week is Sunday into Monday. Be careful trading tonight. I have to say that, but more than likely, we get a move to the downside here on the 4 hour time frame. All right. And this was my work from earlier when we made gains. So, and I even see this as like a descending triangle that's like bearishly retesting right now. And that's just starting off the bearishness. So look for this to kind of like come back up, play some kind of game, and then when this stochastic turns, and you can still see that same POC that's going to reject us there. That's a descending triangle. They are 90% of the time you're going to drop at least to the value area low again and play the same range. That's 25,800. So I am bearish on Bitcoin for the night, and I've given you the trade that I'm looking at. And I said I wouldn't enter it till the 1 hour resets or rolls over, even though smaller, I watch these smaller time frames for the bearish retest. 15 minutes, 7 minute could give us a really good bearish retest to the downside. So, and I remain bearish for Bitcoin, period. If it can get back above 26,250, then we can look for a flag and open up a long and trade this gap back up to 26,500. But until then, I remain bearish. All right. And there's Bitcoin in a nutshell. We looked at the weekly, we looked at the 3 day, we looked at the daily, we looked at the 1 hour, we looked at the 15. All right. TOMI did keep pumping. Look at that. Just kept going. TOMI. It's in a little flag now. Legos to Lifer gifting 5 memberships to the Lifers. God bless you. Thank you. And now 310 votes. Still 72% of the people. Hey, man, I got to keep it going. Shout out to anyone who grabbed Gabriel, Honda Man, Lemon, Yemen, my man, D-Gen Tolman, Rick Wilson, GF Burke, and everybody else. Thank you, dear, awesome people, man. Honda Man, my man. Honda Man, dude. A very loved lifer. And Legos the Lifer, thank you so much for the love, man. We appreciate you. The Lifers love the clothes, baby. One day out'll get one, LOL. Super chats, BLZ and GRT. Let's take a look at BLZ. I believe my man said he was in a short. And what I love about it is you can just go to Fan Funding now, so easy. And let's take a look at the awesome people here that gave to the channel. Shout out to the BioMEX. BioMEX, Tex Mex, my man. 199, Crypto Billy the best. Sam is awesome. Lifers, woo. Shout out to the 3 Musketeers, Crypto Billy, the BioMEX, and the Lifer. Together, we create, I don't know what we create, but we create a cool crew. Shout out to shout out to Sniper Paul. Can you look at BLZ, please? Just entered a short. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Johnny Tavares. Talk to me about GRT. We'll take a look at that right now. And props to you, Sam, for your consistency. You have a contagiously positive vibe. Click the like button, guys. Shout out to my man, DJ. Divergence Dome, my man. Man, you kill him with love, baby, right? You just keep coming. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. And what can you say about someone that keeps showing up every single day? There's nothing you can say about it. The consistency is the key. That's what I realize. You win when you're consistent. If the S&P fills the CME gap around 4K, where will the price of Bitcoin be? It depends. They won't directly follow, but you're talking probably 23K. You know, I gifted DK Bear membership. Thought I would see. Never thought I would see the day. So funny, right? Oh, geez, baby. So let's take a look at BLZ and GRT. So my man opened up a short. Number 1, we are getting rejected by the 200 SMA just about an hour ago. Perfect place to think about shorting. When you get up to that point, you're getting overbought on the stochastics RSI. 15-minute is also overbought. When the 15-minute and the 1 hour are both overbought, it's a very good sign that you're going to get a drop to the downside. You got a bit of a rising wedge. Go to the 7-minute for a little more market structure. And I mean, what an entry. See how this man shorted about 20 minutes ago when he entered? When he entered the short, the 7-minute was overbought on the stochastic and the RSI. He had an extremely high RSI reading on the 7, okay? He had a very high reading here, MACD and RSI on the 15. And he also was getting into the overbought territory on the 1 hour. All these time frames were overbought, all right? Now you have this kind of slanted, inverted head and shoulder type of thing going on, but if you draw this line, seems like it kind of broke out. It's weird, I'll be honest. Price action looks a little strange. Now, let's see. What is that? I got to get rid of that weird... All right, there we go. Look at our bigger time frame, number 1. Well, it already started to dump, but the daily is still far away from the 21 SMA. So to me, the dump's not over yet on the bigger time frame because you got to come back to the 618. So I've been finding, honestly, I was never, I didn't short for, 6-7 years of my life. And the last 4 years I've been shorting. Now my mind, the other day I'm sitting there and my mind will work on ways to use my subconscious brain to find better ways to short, right? And so my whole system is knowing when to sell. And I know when to sell when price action gets too far away from the white line, which is the 21 SMA, period, right? And I know once that happens, you have to come back down. So now I figured out great ways to short the market. I find dailies that get overbought, like when they're here, away from the 21. I know it has to come back down to the 21. I've backtested this on every asset around the world for literally for 7 years straight now. And so when I tell you something that I know is going to happen, I know that this will have to come and touch this white line for us to continue to the upside. We may get a little push or something, but it will come back. The bigger push that we eventually get will not be able to happen. Just like this, look. Same thing here. We had a massive move up, right? You can go back, here we had a massive move up. We couldn't go up. We got too far from the 21. We came back, we had the 21 pumped up. Now here, you're away from the 21. Yeah, you have a golden cross coming. But it's like, that's a latent signal. You already pumped and the golden cross came too, right? And now you watch this and you're like, well, price has to come back to the 21 for us to continue to pump up. The golden cross says over time, you're going to end up higher. But you may come down. It doesn't mean the trade's going to happen right now. So look, you come back down. And if you draw this is beautiful. You would have drawn your impulse to your top, and you would have been waiting for the 786 Fibonacci, right? Oh my gosh. Right? And then look how it rides the 200 SMA. Look how the moving averages get tight. And then Sammy starts making his symmetrical triangle. These are trades that I put out all the time. And I write, you know. And look, it even has kind of an Adam and Eve double bottom. Let me draw it better, but you got your triangle here, and you got your rounded bump. You know. Yeah, I said it, you know, but that's what it is. It dipped again, 786, okay, 886 for Chase. So this one went all the way down. So this thing hit rock bottom. So that's just like low trend nastiness. But that's what happens when you're at like the actual bottom of a market too. Like absolute bottom. So you just came and tested the absolute bottom. That's another reason why I don't try to test bottom. Anyway, it didn't hit, you know, that it bounced here though. You did get the bounce, but you got rejected by the previous resistance. So I support and resistance are key too. If you can't flip that, you got to take some profit, then you start to lose. So just want to see like what the I know I was on like a crux of something I wanted to point out. Anyway, this thing actually lost it. Like that's like nasty, you know. But that's when you bottom in a winter bear market. Like that's why you see that. Like you will just bottom. Like I'm even flabbergasted. I'm like that's yeah. That's why people hit me up. They're like, "Do you want to trade this?" And I'll be like, "I don't know if I want to trade that," you know. So watching this, like, once you find the daily's overbought, let it come on down, and then watch the smaller time frames. So now look, the 4 hour coming on up. May it be perfect with the short. Looks like you might get a couple push up here on the long. But yeah, see, this is what you want. You want to see this rejection here, maybe a little, and then boom. And you know you're in the overall downtrend because the daily still has movement down. And then you take the smaller time frames to the downside. So the whole thing is in your favor to make gains to the downside for BLZ. So a short for BLZ seems to be like it could be some nice gains. So far, everything is in the favor. There could be a better pocket of entry. Yeah, right now the 15 minutes is great too, and you got rejected by the support and resistance area. Target would be somewhere down here, right? Back down to the bottom of the pattern, somewhere at 10 cents. For me, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. Okay. Ocean is ready for a very profitable short. Where would you take profits? I made 500 passively in BLZ last week, just holding a long. My man. I can only long. I hate shorting. I always do it wrong, and I sell too late. Hold too long. I'm working on it, though. Cash daily RSI is quite low now. Going to grab a few for entry and DCA down. Let's see. Lifer gives us a chance for the probabilities and confluence. Let's take a look at GRT, USDT. We'll look at the MEXC. So GRT looked like it could make a bit of a gain, but I mean, it was on the bigger time frame. You were looking for it to break this trend line. It did not, right? Ended up going pretty flat and following Bitcoin. Remember, if Bitcoin tanks, this thing will tank too. At the end of the day, that's, to me, a descending triangle. And these break to the downside more than they break to the upside. Tells me you're likely to continue to dump at least maybe even just to the bottom of the channel here. Could be even further out like this, yeah. So that looks bearish to me, in my humble opinion. 4 hours coming down, that looks like an easy short. But I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing anything, but it looks like a bit of a short, bit of a divergence here as you're swinging up. Well, that's swinging down, but that's a descending triangle, man. You know, I guess you could say no, it's a falling wedge here. Falling wedges break up. It has a liquidation wick, and then it's kind of hanging. I don't know. I don't like it personally. I don't like the trade. I would short it until it can get, I wouldn't even long the thing until it got above this point of control here, right? 10 cents, 10.7, show me that it's going to retest, and then there's some safe long area, and there's a gap there too. So I'd like to trade 10.6 up to 11.7. Besides that, I'm shorting it, Check out crazy pump tonight. Ambrosius, Air Dow. Wow, huge. Same thing, you just kind of watch these. They'll make flags, they'll touch the 21, and they may continue. Like this can't continue till it touches the 21-day moving average. Watch, backtest all my theories. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm a genius now. You're going to be the genius. Like, you're going to be like, wow. I've been watching CAS. Moving averages are far apart on the daily, though, and could drop price to come closer. Watching this huge head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, I'm waiting. I've gone over this many times. I'm on the 3-day. Watching this, I'm thinking, that's the short right there. 4 hours about to dump on Caspa. All right. Here's your low. You have your high, you have your low, you have your lower high. You're going to put in a lower low, right? I mean, in the trend. So, to me, that's, the short's up a little bit already in the money. And that's what I'm looking at for a short. 4 hour short to the downside for Caspa. Right. Let me take a look here back at the chat. Sorry, everybody. And with 10x leverage, I mean, that's a possible 80% gain right there, right? And Caspa can be shorted on the beautiful MEXC. Join today right here. All right. MEXC is the place to be. I'm telling you right now, you'll absolutely love it. It has 0 spot maker and taker fees and 0 future maker fees. All right. Taker fee is 0.01%. It's a very small percentage compared to any of the other future exchanges. Fees hit you hard, especially if you're trading leverage. I'm telling you right now, the fees here are awesome. There's no like, oh, by the way, this is that, or I wasn't what I thought it was. It's the best place to trade, in my humble opinion, So I would be watching Casper for a move further to the downside on this 4 hour, right? The 1 hour looks like it may have to come back up again. See how it's, but you may get a pump up and pump back down, right? That's a little flag there, but at the same time, I mean, Bear City, actually, this is why I don't align. Like, I would wait for the 1 hour to pop and then short it to the downside, right? There's a chance this flag could break up a little bit. But you just have to realize that the bigger time frames are bearish. Okay? The 3-day chart to me still has to come all the way back to that 21 SMA. Look. It finally hit it. It finally touched it. But I knew when we were here we had to touch it, first off. Now it's going to grab it, pull it up a little bit. You don't know exactly when, but then usually it's going to break it like here. Then it's going to fall down and it's going to intermingle. And I'm waiting for it to get to the 618, 786, maybe even the 786 at 2.5 cents. All right. But now I can buy it a whole and a half cent cheaper than I sold it for. 25% cheaper than I sold it for. So I only have to, I can spend 25% less money to get back the exact amount of shares. So that 18,000, which is all, like if say I wanted to buy my bag back now, which I'm not going to, but 18,000, right? Times a 0.25. That means I get 4,500 right off the bat, and I can put that in Bitcoin. I can put that in a new coin, whatever I want, right? So that's what I love about accumulation. There's two ways to do it. You can keep buying. You can use the same amount of money over like $5,000 sell, $5,000 sell, and keep buying back $5,000. Like I could buy 18,000 back. I get probably $1 million Casper this time, or I'd get a quarter more now. So last time I had 308,000, then I'd get, right, whatever, like a quarter of that is about 70, 75, right? Something like that. So I get 375,000. So it's like that. So So people say Ocean is in a nice short. Let's take a look at Ocean here and see what you're talking about here on the short for Ocean. It's funny. I see the 3-day in a bullish flag. Looks like it's going to take some time. All right. But to me, the 3-day chart's oversold, and you're in a flag, and you've been holding the flag for a while. Previous resistance is some support here. You got some wicks down to some key fibs. The 706 fib. A little bit of divergence there. Still got an alert on it. So I've been watching Ocean bullish there. Let's see what time frame you're talking about. Yeah, 4 hour looks like you can get maybe a drop out of this head and shoulder. Slight, kind of looks like a head and shoulder to me, but like this might, you get a little short here to the downside for Ocean. Not bad, a 6% short, 10x leverage, you're talking 60% gain. That looks possible. But if you can hold this trend line, then there's a chance that, the bigger time frame does kick in. But that looks possible for a short there. Okay. I hate to respond opposite of someone's opinion. I'm always for someone to test my TA. The more odds, the better. Wow, I got into AM when I was cooking some dinner up 150%. Wow, that's crazy. 20x leverage. Wow. I thought storage will be working with data centers. Imagine owning a portion of a center. That's real tokenization. That's the game plan. Interesting. I'm in a long, not short. Respect your opinion, but I think it's a move up. For Ocean, you're above the 200 SMA and the 1. But, you're in like a rising wedge, right? This is just a bearish pattern. I feel like you kind of lost it already, see? To me, it's pretty bearish. Once you break below this, it'll be a wrap. So just watch it closely. But if the price ends up going below the yellow line, you're dropping. Okay, so just be careful. And you're getting this curve. You have a double top M. That's an M pattern. M's break to the downside 68% of the time. No, I don't know. You do whatever makes you happy, but I don't know. Doesn't look good to me. Whatever you want to do, though. I don't know. I've only been doing this every day of my life for, the last 7 years. Not every day of my life, but But again, who knows? I'm not always right. If I join the Discord, do I have to buy anything? Like, I'm already kind of well versed in the space and just want a group to speculate with. You don't have to buy anything. Just jump on in, man. We use TradingView and we use MEXC. I would love you to join MEXC here with the link. But jump into the group, man. See if you like it. Give us a month. You know what I mean? What's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean? I've only been doing this professionally for a long time. Love you, Sam. Shout out to Chaos Trading. I'm short Ocean 10x. Shout out to Tyler Luna, man. We'll see what happens, man. I'm not a financial advisor. Who knows? Okay? Who knows? Pocket Network, baby. I like this in a long-term possible hold. Has a really good code review, right? Could make some gains in the long term. Might be something you want to just write down, think about. The Pocket Network in a bit of a coupe del handle. Let me take a look at this for my peoples here, but it's in that retracement. It's in that 786 fib. It's in the falling wedge, also known as the cup and handle. We're known to grab things on their bottoms. That didn't sound right. Someone's going to take that out of context and be like, that's what this guy says on his channel. He's disgusting, That's the day and age we live in. It's so weird, right? You could be the most innocent, nicest dude in the world, but they'll take your words and they'll twist it around. Turn you into a demon, real fast. Okay. So, tight moving averages, you're like to pump up to the 200 SMA. This thing looks bullish. I like this Pocket Network. I would keep this on the radar for possible gains that coming. Possibly 70%, 72% gains. Pocket Network on the radar. And these are the types of trades that I look for.
I was in there a while back, but couldn't chat for some reason. Maybe because I didn't have my phone number linked to my Discord. But hella, in my DM too. Which is, yeah, I got. Blah, 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 blah. CNBC, PC World have done articles with storage in the last month. Forrester is going to be quite in early October talking about the future cloud storage. It's faster than AWS with encryption. Tomo chain. Here's the deal. Did you wash your belly button today? I bet you didn't. I bet you forgot. I bet you think you did, but you didn't. Who here will admit if they did or didn't? Who here will actually come out and admit? I have to admit today. No, I don't think, I didn't. I have to be honest. I did not wash my belly button today. I do it a lot, but today I think I forgot. I'm going to have to tonight now. Did you wash your belly button today? Did you? I bet you forgot. I'm telling you right now. I'm getting intimate with you right now. I'm breaking it down. All right. My pinky finger cleans my belly button. Even if you find another TA guy, he knows his stuff. Where else can you get the vibes, the love, the community, and the best TA, my man? I know I did. I had a pair of jeans in there. You're always honest, but yes, I did. I stick my finger in there every shower. Too deep, takes too long. Do you see Hidden Bear's divvy on the 15-minute on DYDX? And no, I didn't. I don't have a belly button. Somebody washed it and used a Q-tip. Got to dig the lint out of the belly button every day. It's been 84 years since I washed my belly button. Asking you about ITrust. UTK, I mean, that was an oldie. My buddy bought that on KuCoin like back in 2017. Hey, what's up? I got mine. You had that little pack. No. I saw it was the last thing you had there. Like, you kept it hanging out at the end. Like, maybe you left it. The wifer. She like creeps into the studio and I see her walk by and I'm like, what are you doing? Because she's not usually in here. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is the wife doing? I wash my toes and clip my belly. So weird. Pocket Network looks good to me for a possible move. Something brewing with the Paquito there. The Fed is at the 786. Might want to give it a gander. Just, just might want to give it a bit of a gander there. A little bit of a Fed AI, baby. I like this coin. DCA into it long term. I believe AI will be big. This is one of the coins that I believe will blow. 20x sitting right here, easy. $4 coin. I just lick my finger and clean my. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I'm a bit of gag, man. Oh, it's so gross. Oh gosh, the visual and the smell. I can't. Don't do that to me ever again. That was this. I have like a visualization. Like I can. It doesn't take a lot to get me to Earl, man. We got this bullish divergence here on the daily. Swinging up. This is swinging down. Some interesting things going on here with Fetch AI. 786 retracement on the radar as well. Now, Bitcoin's got to play ball, but if we go lower, these are going to be some of the best prices. I believe this is something I would buy at the bottom, see? But I know the project, I believe in it, I know what it is. I understand it, it makes sense to me. If I didn't know that, I would not be able to buy the bottom. But I've researched this project for hours and hours and hours, like 2 years ago. So like, I know this project very, very well. Get this man a bucket. Just finished the generator test for the Hurricane. All I smell is gasolino again. Was waiting for you to ask if she does, right? MEXC needs to do more maintenance because it sounds like some of y'all need a nice shower. Wife and I clean each. Oh my gosh. Crypto Lifer, the Bitcoin 15-minute looking juicy, but the 4-hour will dump on you. 15-minute though always gives me great trades, not financial advice. I love the 15. It can be fun. It can give you some gains. Let's take a look at the 15 here. I've been staring at the charts all day today. You ever do that and you're just like, I'm almost like I'm kind of shocked. You stare at the charts too much and you don't, it's, so this is like what we're looking at, the bearish retest, or actually the falling wedge now. See this? Falling wedge, right? So the descending triangle did drop, technically. And you could either bearish retest and dump, and you'd be confirmed by the 15 or the 5 or the 7. And you'd like to see some type of divergence, but it's really not strong. A little bit here, kind of. This is like flat and up. Yeah, this is technically like mostly flat, slight downtrend. Well, that's a more of it. It is a Class C bullish. What I really see is another symmetrical triangle. And they're just mostly bearish to me. Still kind of hanging on to the idea that we're in the pyramid, though. And we reverse on out of here. To me, it's all about this point of control. So that's why the best bet is to not trade unless we go boop, boom. 26,200, boom, because that confirms you're far away from that point of control and you get a support zone. And it's just really likely we get through this gap. And at least this gap up here. So that'd just be a beautiful trade, not to be greedy. 26.2 up to 26,450, man, 500, right? At the right leverage, that would be a perfect, that would be a nice come up on the portfolio. So that's something that looks juicy to me. It's really not about it being right. It's about mapping out a plan and waiting for that plan to play out, right? So that's a really nice plan, is waiting for a retest of 26,200, really, like, and understanding why and how it's going to happen a little bit by knowing price action. So the 50-minute does suggest you get a bounce. See, that's why I would never short to the 50-minute resets to the 1 hour reset, right? But you have to know you have a heavy resistance zone here, both there and there. You're good. You have to close a daily, like tomorrow. You got to close a daily candle here to remain bullish. 4 hour daily candles need to start closing up above here to remain bullish, or expect to move to the downside. Really, 25,200. You got to close, boom, use that. You got this zone. It's so crazy, but it's all about this point of control. And so set key areas around it. Like if we lose this zone, look for a bearish retest of this and short it to the downside. If we gain this zone, look for a bullish retest of this and long that. So like this would be my short, this would be my long. You're welcome to be aggressive and just open up a trade right now, right? And you do whatever makes you happy. The 1 hour suggests we get a move to the upside, period. If you just play stochastics and falling wedges, that wedge suggests there's a 68% chance you break out. The measured move will take you to 26,250. All right, period. That's what the 1 hour suggests will happen. It's locked in with the 15-minute. That will take about 5 to 7 hours usually to play out. All right. Use your support or resistance. Understand you may make an M pattern. If you make an M, get ready to short the market. Just pay attention and understand what levels matter. Okay. If you can get above this and retest it, boom. That negates the M pattern. Crosses out that idea too as well. So technically, my system does say, hey, long the oversold stochastic. Forget the 4 hour for now. Let the 1 hour ride you home. No pun intended, right? Weird, but riding someone home. But 2-6 risk reward ratio possible. But remember, it's Sunday night into Monday, most volatile night of the week. Really one of the worst nights to trade. You must take a trade. This is the likely probability. This falling wedge will break up 68% of the time. Period. That's it. And, but you can wait for confirmation of a retest of 25.2 or a breakdown and a bearish retest of probably 25.9, right? Remember, so this is it. This is how I play it. This is what I'm looking at. It's a symmetrical triangle. You're going to get tighter in the zone. Bitcoin's going to pick a direction. All right. And then really when you eventually break down, you're either breaking up. And these break down more than they break up. I can't, they're 50%. But they break down more than they break up. And I showed you the idea that we are in this like head and shoulder pattern too. So worst case scenario is we wake up tomorrow morning and the 1 hour stochastics are back up here, overbought, curving down, and you're just like sideways and never make a high above this high. It's very likely then we're going to be able to short the 4 hour. All right. But if this breaks up and comes down for the retest, and when we're overbought, we're somewhere up in here, and then when we get down to oversold, we bounce, and when the 4 hour resets, we're able to play a retest probably Monday afternoon, Monday, 6 or 7 Monday evening. So I can kind of get a feeling of where we're going, and I'll be back tomorrow morning to break it down for you yet again for Bitcoin. So I hope, who here has a good feeling of where we are for Bitcoin right now? Who here can see a clear, concise idea? It makes sense to them. They're feeling it. All right. I'm not long or short. Honestly, we're at a very tight indecision point where I don't think any smart trader should be one of the other. Because you're sitting on a point of control. You're at a 50% spot inside of you're at a point of control inside a 50-50 pattern. Like, it's so funny. Like, it makes 100% sense, And so you're right in the center here. All right. At that point, I extrapolate and only play probability. Falling wedge, 68%. Keep it simple. All right. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP, and what does BOOKMAP say? What about BOOKMAP? Right as I said that, my man BP and my man MASH HNYC. Let Price tell you what to do. Shout out to the 391 people on the live, 271 likes. One of the only live streams that streams the weekly candle close every single Sunday night. It's not even moved more than 1.25% in the past week. Alert set. Going to eat something and call it a night. Stack McChange. Just go down, do it. I know, right? Burke, they not clear. Super chats. Okay, so let's take a look at what BOOKMAP is saying. When we zoom out, nothing crazy into the 70s. 26.5 still holding, and then they still got all those orders. Now new orders down to 25 and 25 and 24.8. So BOOKMAP says we're going to dump to the downside. And now they got a big fat order. However, they do have a close order here. Says we'll go up first before we dump. But if we had to make the judgment call, far more orders down here than up here. And thicker and spread out more. A thicker spread. If you wanted to ski, there's more snow here. You would keep going further. Here, you'd kind of run out of snow. You get it? There's just more spread here. Right? There's more butter on the bread down here than there is over here. You know what I'm saying? Spread that butter, baby. I can't believe it's not butter. You ever spread that stuff? Disgusting. So, BOOKMAP saying we're going to dump to the downside, and BOOKMAP's been extremely accurate. It's very accurate, but it's been extremely accurate the last 2-3 weeks. I remember we have this nasty. I'm just giving you the idea that the 1 hour could give us some love here. Highly likely that the 1 hour corroborates to the M, and this will be a perfect. And remember, you got your 4 hour ready to dump, so your 4 hours waiting to dump with you. All right. Spread that butter, baby. Shout out to Ito. You're so funny, man. They're gonna wait for you to stream tomorrow to squeeze the long and then dump ski. I can't believe it's not butter. Hard to believe it is. You got the good butter. I forgot the one you showed us. Butter in the belly button. That's disgusting. Super chats. Crypto Billy said weird stuff. Let's close it with some announcing. A swing and a drive deep left. Shout out to everybody here on the live. A swing and a drive deep left. All the way down, back, and he's gone. All the way down up past the Green Mountain. On top of the Green Monster. Tom Brady back to pass. 4th down against Patrick Mahomes. They've been battling it back and forth all night. Brady for another touchdown in the 4th quarter. Tom Brady throws it again. Stephen Curry back from all the way from downtown. Stephen Curry all the way from downtown. The other day I was walking down the street. I said, my God, I've never seen such a beautiful day in my entire life. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at the flowers blooming. Look at how beautiful it is. It's so nice. Birds are just chirping in my ear. Such a nice, beautiful day for crying out loud. I want to just take all my clothes off and run around on the sand. Shout out to everybody here. Oh, man. Babe, I told you I take care of it. All right? I played a cop. I play a fireman. It doesn't matter. All right? My name's Maki Wahlberg. I can do it. It doesn't matter. I put all my money in Gala. Me and The Rock. All right? We're going to crypto hot. I know Tom messed up with FTX, but it's all right, babe. I can do this. I'll take care of it, babe. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room before. I don't know why these ones are. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your ass. I didn't say it. I was doing some voices today when I was at a like we were at a bunch of friends barbecue, and I was like, she was like, do a voice. I don't know, or I was doing a voice probably. You got a voice, all right. BLZ, nasty, dump, money, right? Me no lie. Look at that dump. Look at that nasty dump right there. Gone, baby, gone. That thing was dump city. Where did I just put that out? I put that out somewhere else though, right? Because remember I drew like a head and shoulder pattern right here that was likely to dump on you. Was it like the 1 minute I was on or something? I drew the descending triangle. Anyway, it dumps, remember, man? Hey, whatever, man. I'm not trying to say I'm always right, but I'm definitely saying to short that puppy, right? Did I not say short it? I mean, what do y'all think? Hey, Lois, last time I was in Quahog, I like to watch the Crypto Lifer. Everybody in Quahog watches the Lifer. You know, we sit down, we drink our beers, we hang out, we watch the Lifer. Crypto Lifer every single day on YouTube. If you have any questions about your 99 membership or course registration or would like to pay with crypto, email cryptolifers@gmail.com. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Shout out to Clay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. And that's the way to close it down, right? So everybody, I'll leave you with this tonight. Bitcoin more likely to break down than break up. It has to get back above resistance right there at 26,100. If you can't see Bitcoin break 26.1, expect more downside, all right? This is a falling wedge. It could break up. I'm just putting it out. We got to stay above this point of control to stay bullish. We seem to be slipping right now. Bitcoin's struggling a little bit. Not looking too great. Let's wait this 15-minute come back up. If the 15-minute can't break you out of here and get above this high, you're going to start rolling over. And the 4-hour looks absolutely horrible for a dump. And we've already identified the 4-hour inside, to me, a bit of what looks to me as the beginnings of a descending triangle that could see more downside. All right, so it's not all bearish. Let's see if the 1 hour can save us. You know, the smaller time frames may change the story. Let's give them their due diligence here. We have a low stochastic. You'd be surprised. We could wake up tomorrow. Boom. But it's false move Monday. We probably wake up tomorrow, pump, back down, dump, up and down, and then throughout the side, as we get into Monday afternoon, we find out really where we stand. So false move Monday, expect volatility. Sunday night into Monday morning is the most volatility, and expect it's going to change a little bit. It's been slower through the summer. So you've been expecting, but now things are going to pick up. We're going to get into September, into the fall, and you're going to see New York and the money is going to start to move more. Things are going to start moving a lot differently as we head into the fall. I've been doing this for a long time. So we got through summer trading. As much as I love the summer, it's nice to see September and October come back around. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. I love you, brother. Hope you had a good class today. Everyone jump into Master Friend's class, man. Every single Sunday from 9 a.m. to 12. If you want to learn how to master leverage trading, you want to learn some interesting leverage trading skills that you never thought possible, that you didn't even know existed. Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern with Grandmaster Friend. Become a leverage master. Stop losing your trades. 99 members gain access to the Leverage Master Discord section. $150 for the class. And then he actually really cares. Does other mentoring sessions. He gives you so much more. He's just loves what he's doing. He's getting started. So I'm telling you, when people get started, take advantage of what they give because, super, super awesome person to have around in the trading group. Just take advantage of it. $150 for some of the most amazing information. And it's, not only the class, but you get some backup mentoring. You get to post your charts. He follows up with what you're doing. You will really, really like it, man. Good old Moonwell, my man, Moonwell on the charts. I was going for 2 hours and Friend was going with the class, right? Master Friend is the man. Helped me so much, see? I'm going to take the class next week. Giver's Gain. Love that. Look at that. And we'll give you as much as we can, too. We make sure you get a lot. Look at that nasty dump. Money in the bag, right? I love froggies. Someone said that thing was going to dump. I don't know. That guy that trades every day was I don't know. Probably had no idea what he was talking about. We that poll about to close. Have a sip of lemon water and have a good time, y'all. So yeah, people want me to keep continuing the close, 73%. And there you have it. And there's 439 votes. The people have clearly spoken. That's a good amount. That's over 300 people, right? Say, yeah. So, nasty, bro. Master Friend is a GOAT. Lifer Adam, Master Friend, Crypto Billy in the house. Shout out to Crypto Bellico, Sniper Paul. Can't wait. See? Class is going to fill up already, baby. See that? See that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that, Master Friend? Everybody wants to take a piece. So look, one last thing I wanted to talk about was what my man said, Moonwell. Well, way at the bottom. You think it could get some gains? You like where it's at? Finally, low, 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 low. You're at that 886. How much lower can you go? Higher, low, extremely oversold. I feel you. Moving average is getting, back into closeness. Could get a little tighter. Bit of a cup and handle. It's boom before. Could have boom again with the rounded boom. Rounded boom, boom. Interesting. Moonwell on the radar. I'm not in love with it, but it could bounce. And everyone, this is where we stay with Bitcoin. I'm going to leave you kind of with this last idea. We want to see if the 1 hour can break us out. If you can't get above this resistance, you'll make an M. It could be a great place to begin the short, and then that would carry you through the 4 hour to the downside. So, and last but not least, let me just carry you through it again in case you weren't listening. If it breaks out, comes down and retests breaks out here at 26,200 or 175, just this line here, which is these resistances, that's going to be a really good place to break out because you're above the point of control and you broke through a high volume node and you're likely to get to this next high volume node. So you're likely to go from 26,184 up to 26,460. And on leverage, that's a really nice trade. 10x leverage, that could be 60, 70, in 20, 63%. That could be 100% gain there, So just pay attention. That's that's the trade I'm really looking for is the retest of 26.2, 26,175 area back up to 26,450, 26,500. Right? So that's key. Now, if tonight the 1 hour just scribbles around and then we come up and we start to roll over on these Stokes, the 4 hours breaking down, it's probably going to come down here. If you fall here, you're going to come and retest likely this 25,000, maybe 26K one more time, and that's going to be your entry. And you have a bear flag or something, and that's likely to be your entry on the short to the downside. So I see us probably likely going sideways into tomorrow morning, and then New York will make the decision. And then as I come in, we'll probably either get a short squeeze or a long squeeze into the live stream. But right now, the high probability, because just this is a falling wedge and there's low Stokes, is that you break to the upside. If you just simplify it, as simple as that. But only time will tell, everyone, and there's how you would play it to the T. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. These are just levels that I'm keying in on that matter. So shout out to Ernest Lee. Let's go 400% on A and B with the breakout. Wow. You hear that? Set alerts or stare at your screen. Move. I love you. If anything, it'll make more decentralized. If they made it available in mining crypto tomorrow, I'll still be mining crypto, by the way. Alchemy has been banging on y'all with gains today. Nobody talking about it. Cool, man. Wishing all a great fortune, health, and wealth. There's a solid bowl at Chipotle, Ernest. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Appreciate you, Ernest Lee, for $19.99. You did that, I believe, earlier this morning, too. So that's 2 times in one day, man. God bless you. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We live stream twice on Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're well prepared for tomorrow morning. We looked at the weekly close. We can see what's going down. We're not going to wake up tomorrow blindfolded, right? We're going to have a pretty good idea of where we're headed and where we're going. So that's why we do this every single time. That's why I don't go out drinking and don't waste my time, right? That's why I'm here well rested, ready to go, beating my chest, for each and every one of you and for me. Your discipline is my discipline. Knowing you're going to show up makes me show up, and together we create the bond. So we're going to do it again. We're going to get through this next bull run. We're going to chew through the end of this bear market, and we're going to show the entire world who the lifers are, because we're from all around the world, each and every one of us. So I love you all. God bless you. Never ask me when to buy or sell. We will never tell you that. That is, I'm never going to tell you that, so don't ask that question. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m., baby. Can't wait to see you there. God bless. Peace out.